Mendically Radio with your host, Jen T.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambo Pro Radio. I am your host, Jen T. Twitter and Instagram, Jen T523. What's good, motherfuckers? Oh my God. We have the fights are back. It's time. The fights. We got the fights. UFC's back. I'm so happy. I've never been so happy to see Uncle Dana in my life. Oh my God. I'm so excited. UFC 249 picks. Here we fucking go. Let's go. Are you pumped? Are you as jacked up as I am? Come on. We got fights, fam. We got fights. Let's do it. First off, we have Bryce Mitchell versus Charles Rosa. Bryce Mitchell minus 165. Charles Rosa plus 135. I'm going with Bryce. Bryce's last fight, he was able to pull off the elusive, the move of all moves in jiu-jitsu, the twister. And I'm telling you, there's only maybe two other dudes, maybe three total, that have pulled off the twister in UFC history. So, Bryce Mitchell is a badass on the ground, and I truly believe he will get this done. Bet Bryce. Next, we have Vicente Lique versus my boy Duba, his boy, Nico Price. It is going to be a dogfight. I just know Nico has to get this done to shut the fucking haters up. I've been back and forth on Twitter with people, and they're like, Nico Price, he's terrible. What the fuck do? Like, no, bitch. No, you're fucking terrible. You telling me that Nico Price is trash is coming from someone who has never had a fight in their life, who has never been in a fucking ring. Hey, do me a favor. Jog off. Go back to your mom's basement, you prick. Yes, I know Vicente Lique is no slouch, that this is a tough fight, but that doesn't mean Nico Price can't get it done. Come on. So I'm putting money on Nico Price because he is plus 230, and you know, your dear host Rambo Pro, aka Miss Cleo, loves me a good underdog bet. So I'm taking Nico fucking Price. All right. Next fight, I've got Carla Esparza versus Michelle Karate Hottie Watterson. Karate, my body. Listen. Carla Esparza will need a motherfucking miracle. I can't even remember the last time this bitch looked good in a fight. Michelle Watterson fought, I believe she fought Claudia Gadeja or Joanna Jędrzejczyk last time and lost, but she still held her own. I believe it was Claudia Gadeja. She fought hard. She hung in there. Claudia is just stronger. That's just how it is. But Michelle Watterson fighting Carla Esparza. Carla Esparza is a freak of nature. She is probably the best, maybe second best lady wrestler in the UFC. I would even say maybe top in the company as a whole. Maybe Carla Esparza would be top 20 out of men and women in the UFC as far as her wrestling abilities. It is phenomenal. But she don't have hands. So that's great. You can wrestle and take somebody to the ground, but then she just lays there. It's like, bitch, you gotta do something. Like, you just holding the chick there on the ground is boring. You're not winning the fight. You got the points for the takedown, but you got to stay active. And then the second they stand her up, she gets her ass beat. So Michelle Watterson is going to be point sparring, kicking, and jumping around. And maybe she might not have the best wrestling, but god damn it, she's going to be throwing some fucking strikes. So I truly believe that the Karate Hottie will get the upset here at plus 125. Carla Esparza minus 155. Alexi Olenk versus Fabricio Verdum. I've never been a fan of Fabricio Verdum. I am a fan of his jiu-jitsu, but I have not been a fan of his UFC career. It's just, I find him to be completely annoying. He looks like the Joker from the original Batman, and I don't like Colby Covington, but the fact that Fabricio talks so much shit, I believe they were in Australia, and Fabricio, in typical clown behavior. Listen, I know Colby talks some shit, but you just gotta talk shit back or just don't say anything at all. Clown behavior. Fabricio goes to like a gift shop and throws a boomerang at Colby Covington. Like, bro, what? You so corny, man. God. And then I'm trying to think what else he did that was just flat out stupid. Oh yeah, he tested positive for steroids. This cat is a clown. He's taught a lot of good strikers jiu-jitsu, and he's a badass in jiu-jitsu. I'll give you that. But you in the UFC, bruh, your hands is trash. He's suspect. I'm very upset that he knocked out the greatest fighter of all time, Fedor Emelianenko. I am not a fan of Fabricio Verdum. I watched him in the early stages of the UFC, and he would just beg people to come to the floor with him. It's like, okay, we get it. You suck at striking, and you're just begging people to come down to the ground so they can jiu-jitsu with you. That's just like, I don't like it. So he's facing Alexi Olenk, who has finished 5 or 7 of his fights with the same Ezekiel choke. So I don't think he's going to be able to Ezekiel choke one of the greatest jiu-jitsu heavyweights of all time. I just don't see that happening, but I just can't stand Fabricio Verdum so much. So I'm going with Alexi Olenk on a shot, on a whim. And he is at plus 250. Next, we've got Anthony Pettis versus Donald Cerrone. I am not betting on this fight. I like both of these guys too much, and I can't figure it out. Based on both of their showings, I can't do it. Donald is saying that he was not ready for his Conor fight or something. Bruh, don't be like that. He said he was not prepared or some kind of trash. I don't like it when fighters say I wasn't prepared or whatever. It's just like, it's in the past. It happened. You lost. Move on. Just go on to the next, man. Don't even mention that fight. We've been all watching the replays of it ever since it happened because we could not believe that you would get knocked out or stunned by a shoulder punch. Utterly fascinating. Not against Cowboy's character because he's a tough SOB. It's just the fact that anybody, doesn't matter how big or strong or badass you are, the punches you don't see are the ones that get you. And a shoulder, nobody was looking for that. So you did the best you could. Pettis is at a crossroads here. He has to win, or I think he's going to get the old Riva Thurchi to Bellator with his brother Sergio. So I really think he needs this W badly. He is favored to win at minus 145. Cowboy Cerrone plus 115. You know, Miss Cleo loves an underdog bet, but it's too close to call for me enough to leave it alone. But what I won't leave alone is the Greg Woman Beater Hardy guy versus Jorgen De Castro. I don't care if it is a broomstick on the other side of the ring. I am betting against Greg Hardy every fucking time until this guy gets the boot out of the UFC. I can't take it. The guy is a complete scumbag. I don't have to go into the details, but if you throw your girlfriend on a bed full of guns, if she is supposed to testify against you and press charges and she miraculously disappears, I mean, what? This guy is not a nice guy. It's just this, you open up the dictionary to scumbag and it's Greg Hardy's face. And the last fight he had, he started using an inhaler. Bro, you didn't get approval for that. But you just think because you're Greg Hardy, you're just going to fucking use an inhaler. Like, what? Dog. You can't do that. Nobody knows what's in that inhaler. Is it like aerosol steroids? What the fuck is this? Is this like a red kryptonite? Bitch, I can't with this guy. I just want him gone. I want him out. Somebody has to beat this man out of the UFC. Jorgen De Castro, we're taking him. I didn't have odds on that. I'm pretty sure. I think Greg Hardy was favored, but I don't care. Like I said, it could be a broomstick. It could be a kitten. I am betting against Greg Hardy forever. Next, we have Jeremy Stephens and Calvin Kattar. I love both of these guys. I didn't want to pick, but I know in the back of my mind that Calvin Kattar is the better striker. He's more cleaner, crisper version of Jeremy Stephens. Jeremy Stephens, unfortunately, is a wild child. He just swings for the fences. Sometimes he can be composed. For the most part, it's just like he is just trying to take your head off. And after a while, you gas out. Well, our dear friend Jeremy Stephens, as much as we love him here at the Rambo Radio Network, he did not make weight. He was off by 4.5 pounds. I mean, what in the name of Zeus's butthole, bro? You have known about this fight. You took this fight like in February, January, you knew that you're going to fight Calvin? And you didn't make, you had, bruh, you train with Dominic Cruz. Y'all should be on the same program. Dom made weight. What's the deal? What's the fucking holdup? This is your one job, is to make weight. You were already going to lose this fight. You had a slim chance before. Now you're really going to lose this fight. Now, because Calvin Kattar is not he is going to be refreshed. He's not drained, trying to cut 5 pounds the night before the fight. He's going to be very well hydrated and rested and ready to go. And Jeremy Stephens will not be. I am disappointed when people can't make weight for their fight. I understand losing weight is extremely difficult because I am a Patty McFaddy. I understand this. But I don't have to fight for a living. If fighting for a living was my job, if that's all I had to focus on, you better believe I'm going to lose the weight if that is the requirement to fight. I'm just baffled. You had all this time and you waited? Or you just didn't give a shit? It's an embarrassment. It's a disgrace. It's a fucking disgrace. So he has forfeited 30% of his purse. They're still going to have the fight. I don't see him winning with a 5 pound, 20 pound, 30 pound advantage. Calvin Kattar is going to knock this guy's block off in the next week. Next, speaking of knocking your old block off, we have Francis Ngannou versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Francis Ngannou, of course, as we know, it has the most powerful punch on the planet at the moment. And he is going up against a young African, how does Rush Limbaugh say it? African. Jairzinho is a monster. I would say that Jairzinho is probably a smaller, more cleaner hands, more cardioed version of Francis Ngannou. So I assume that this fight will not go the distance, that these two will probably double KO each other. And we will all get to watch in glory. I am taking Jairzinho. He was the underdog on that. I don't have the exact numbers, but Francis Ngannou was a negative. So that means Jairzinho is going to be the positive on that side. And the next fight we have is Henry Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz. As you know, I am Team Dominator. So Dominic Cruz is an underdog in this, and I guess they're counting him out because 2 knee surgeries, shoulder surgery, old age, fighting commentator, he has to be out of the game, right? Wrong. Henry Cejudo does nothing but clown on Twitter all day, all night. I watched the weigh-ins where he had pillows with Dominic Cruz's face made and he was kicking them like, bro, why are you being an absolute weirdo? Don't be weird, just face off. Talk your shit if you must. But the pillows with Dom's face on it? What? Man, go fuck yourself. I mean, it's just corny, man. Absolutely corny. And speaking of corny, the king of cornies, Tony Turd Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje is our main event, and I am fucking pumped. It is going to be a fucking bloodbath. Somebody's going to get knocked the fuck out, okay? Justin Gaethje can't see without his glasses. God help you. He just swings. And if he connects, you're going night-night. Turd Ferguson will be doing his weirdo usual snap jitsu, as he likes to call it, his weirdo fighting style, flip-flopping, doing the worm, and just an absolute fucking weirdo. I mean, just fight, man. Why are you doing all this weird shit? Get in the ring. No more breakdancing, no more doing the worm, no more Cabbage Patch. Just fucking fight and get the fuck out. I am taking Justin Gaethje because I so desperately need to see Justin Gaethje versus Khabib. Because both of them have incredible wrestling. And Khabib has terrible hands. Justin Gaethje has amazing hands and amazing wrestling. And he never wrestles. Never! Because he just wants to knock you out. That's it. I respond highly to individuals who just want to knock you out. And I believe this is the knockout that Turd Ferguson deserves, and potentially the knockout that Khabib deserves as well, because both Turd Ferguson and Khabib have not lost a fight in 10 years or some shit. So it's time for you to hold this L. So I will be picking Justin Gaethje. So just a recap of my picks. I'm going with Bryce Mitchell, Nico Price, Michelle Watterson, Alexei Oleinik, Jorgen De Castro, Calvin Kattar, Jairzinho Rosenstruck, Dominic Cruz, and Justin Gaethje. That is your UFC picks. I want you to go and make lots of bets and make lots of money and then call me and tell me all about the money you're swimming in after this fight is over. Or maybe you'll bet against me and make millions of dollars and laugh in my face. But at least could you give me a tip if you win some change? I is trying to get out me debts, you understand? No, I is trying to hustle and make a savings so that way I can reduce the amount of time I spend at work. Ugh. This just in, Jacare Souza And Uriah Hall fight has been called off. Jacare has tested positive for the Call of Duty disease, and that fight is off. And Uriah Hall is visibly upset, and I don't blame him. He said he is claiming that he has been training for the last 16 weeks in isolation, training by himself, not allowing anyone to come and train with him for this fight. So he is very upset that this fight is not happening. I have to be honest with you. I was going to bet Uriah Hall, but Jacare Souza is no slouch. He has been in the jiu-jitsu game for ever. That was going to be a close call, but I'm glad that fight is not happening. So maybe there's a potential that I would save my bet for something else. So I sold my bike. I had this dope-ass lowrider bike beach cruiser. If you've seen the movie Baby Boy with Tyrese, it kind of looks like that. And so this bike was given to me. I paid $0. And made over $1,000 profit. Thank you and good night, America. And I have to say, initially, I had swore up and down. I said, I would never sell this bike. Don't anybody ask me. Don't care. And the homie's been hitting me up. Finally, after 7 years, I said, you know what? Let me make this individual happy. Because I know that if I sell this bike to this gentleman, he is going to be truly happy. This is something that has sort of been haunting him for some time, and he's really wanted to get his hands on this bike. And I felt it was my duty after everything going on. His friend had passed away. He had just had a birthday. I thought, you know what? Let me hook it up with this bike because I've just been in a frenzy, in a getting rid of frenzy. I've been watching Tidying Up with Marie Kondo, and man, I have been tidying up, taking trips to the Salvation Army, getting rid of stuff, throwing stuff away, selling stuff on eBay. I have just been in this space where I'm like, I can't deal with any more stuff. Like, stop. And the stuff that I would wish to acquire is something very important to me. And like Marie says, if it does not spark joy, get rid of it. So I have just been going through things and being like, this does not spark joy. Arrivederci, you gotta go. And from the moment I had that bike, I had nothing but fucking problems with it. Kept getting flats. The rims that were on there were 22-inch rims on there. And when they welded the rim together, it wasn't sanded properly. And so it kept puncturing the tube inside of the tire. And it was just a living nightmare. I had to take it to 2 bike shops. I had not only bike experts at bike shops looking at it, I had my friends who have worked in bike shops and bikes still to this day, and they're in their late 60s. And I could not figure it out. They could not figure it out. Finally, they figured it out. Eventually, they figured it out. Needed to sand it down, but even then I still had issues. I forget a specific part of the rim was just rubbing against the tire, causing the inner tube to just be worn out quickly or faster than what it should have been. So I had just had enough with the bike. I'm like, you know what? This thing's 6 feet fucking long. I have my mom's Prius now. It doesn't fit in my car. When I did ride it, people were trying to follow me home, trying to steal the bike. So I was just like, you know what? It's enough. It's fucking enough. I could only ride it during the summertime anyway. Don't want to ride it during the winter because then it's raining, it's cold, it's miserable riding a bike. I know what it's like because I ride my road bike and I'm like, man, I love riding my road bike during the wintertime and not during the summer. So this like having the beach cruiser was like, I'm going to ride during the summer. So whatever. But on to bigger and better things. I'm potentially considering a much smaller beach cruiser with a much larger rim, even bigger than what I had before. That might even be electric. So I'm like, time for an upgrade. thanks for playing. Appreciate y'all. Here you go, homie. Have this bike. Enjoy it. And then, the best part is that he posted a picture of him riding the bike, and he had his daughter in front of him in the seat. So it's like, that bike is going to be something that he can pass on to his kids. So I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I ain't got nobody here. I probably won't have kids unless, I magically meet somebody and they have kids. My baby maker's busted. So it's like, why am I holding on to this bike for? What's the deal? So it was very nice to get rid of it. I was slightly sad because it was a dope ass bike, but at the end of the day, I'll have the memory of it. Took a little pictures. It is what it is. But that bike had to go. It's taking up space. I had it in my meditation room, and it had fallen over a couple times. Almost fell on me because I like to lie down and really meditate and be grounded. And I just having that big ass bike hanging around me. I was just like, man, nah, it's time. It's time for you to go. Arrivederci. It's time. So it is on to bigger and better things with my homie, and I know he'll enjoy it, and I know his kids will enjoy it. So R.I.P. baby boy bike. Deuces. It's been fun. But on to bigger and better things. Some current events. Father and son. This is all over social media, and I've just really been trying to avoid the experience of this news story. It's basically a case of being black, unfortunately, situations that many black people experience. This happened, a father and son who shot dead Ahmaud Arbery, a black jogger, were arrested 3 months later after the crime, only because the cell phone footage of the crime happening was leaked. So there was some sort of cover-up, something going on. This happened back in February. Nobody did anything about it until they released this footage. And I want to say they released the footage either this week or the week before last. So it just blew up across social media. And it's fucking scary, man. It's really fucking scary. You're just jogging along. Like, I ride my bike around my block. I wouldn't want to get shot. Like, what? I'm just riding my bike, minding my own business. Same with this guy. He was over there jogging, and then he just got iced by some fucking weirdos. And then their claim was, oh, we've had a string of break-ins and robberies around, and he fit the description because he was running. It's like, what? Man, go fuck yourself. A lot of times at my work, I work in a multicultural town, but it is very affluent. We're not that far away from the hood, but most of the people that live close to my work are doctors or lawyers or fancy smancy people or whatever, and they can afford to do many great things and drive many fancy cars. When a lady is shopping, when a Caucasian woman is shopping, she does the thing that you should not do, which is leave your shopping cart leave your purse in the shopping cart while you wander away. You're like 6 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet away from your basket. And then you go, somebody robbed me. She was doing that. And after I had just come back from a break and I had been reading about this story, and I was just a little sketched out, like, fuck. Here we go again. Another case of being black, And I walked by this lady's cart, and her purse was in there. Didn't say anything, nothing, just walked right by. And as I'm passing her, she immediately sees me, and I say, oh, hello, because I could tell, like, she was nervous or she was disturbed. And I said, hello, how are you? And I got nothing back. And she went and she clutched her purse like I was going to fucking steal it. I'm like, bitch, I work here. How the fuck would I steal your shit and then go back to work? Like, she's like clutching her purse, and then she's like, has her back turned to me, but I can see her out of the corner of my eye looking at me like I would steal her purse or something. I'm like, oh man, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel good. I felt like shit. And I can't help that I'm born African American. Like, that is completely not my fault. If you're so worried about your purse, why don't you keep it on you? You leave it in a shopping cart, somebody steals it, but don't just assume that that's going to be a black person stealing it. That's not cool, lady. Like, yes, I'm African American. No, I'm not going to steal your stuff. Like, it's come down to this. Like, what? I haven't posted the Aubrey story simply because everybody is posting it and talking about it, but that is just something that a lot of black people, we go through that daily. The moment we leave our house, it's like, oh, are you going to rob me? Or, oh, you do drugs? Or, oh, it's just constant. And I know this happens with a lot of cultures, but, just mentioning black culture at this moment in time, don't assume. Or you see a Hispanic family. Don't assume that a Hispanic family works in the fucking field, like picking strawberries all day. Like, don't assume that. That might be a high possibility, but don't assume that. And I guess what I would wish for is that maybe if there was some consideration, like, lady, I asked you if you needed help. That means I work here. I'm not trying to rob you. You don't need to give me the side eye like I'm going to come back and steal your purse. Like, I work here. I work at this store. I'm not trying to rob you. I'm just trying to help you. And when I see stories like this, just the blatant racism, shot the kid in the back. You had no proof. He's saying there were a string of crimes in the area. We'll show the ring cam. Supposedly he's going off the ring cam. We'll show the ring cam. Show all the alerts. You can go back and look at all of them. Where in those ring cam footages was this guy robbing people? It's nowhere to be found. This guy just wanted an excuse to hunt a black person, and I think that's what was going on. I hate to say that, but that's what my Patty McFaddy is telling me. Very sad stuff. Speaking of sad stuff, I mean, I think it's amazing that Adele has lost, I think she's like 50 pounds, I want to say. But here come the skinny shavers. Here come the skinny shamers. Like, oh, you lost too much weight, or oh, you need to do this, or oh, you need to do that. I said, oh man, why don't you just leave Adele alone? What part of she lost weight because she needed to get a revenge body, chicken bone. The husband left her. She's living in a whole new country because she normally lives in England. So good for her. Now people are telling her she's lost too much weight and they don't want to be her fan. It's like, oh my gosh. You can't win with people. You can't fucking win. Leave Adele alone. She lost the weight because she's trying to get that revenge body. Chicky boom. She lost the weight because she wants to be healthier. The end. To sit there and shred her to bits because she lost the weight. Like, oh man, come on. You lose the weight. You see how hard it is to lose the weight. I probably need to lose 100 pounds now. All of the weight loss that I had lost, my progress is in the toilet. And now I've got to lose all of this weight again because the gym has been closed. I've had irregular working hours, stressed out, overweight, underpaid, out of shape, the whole nine, just going through some shit and just trying my damnedest to survive. But if I lost the weight and somebody gave me a hard time about it, I could not be friends with them. That's just stupid. You support your friends in the good and the bad times. And if she needed to lose the weight, then good for Adele. She lost it and looks smashingly good. Once again, here we are in the dating filth. I had a conversation with a friend today who, of course, is a straight male. So, and the reason why I say that, because it will verify his answers to me as I'm telling y'all about it. And basically, he pops into the conversation saying, you need to get busy. You need to get out there. You need to do this. Bye, 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 bye. You need to get busy. You need to get laid, the whole nine. Tell me something I don't already know, buddy. You got some babes lined up, some groupies? You got some buds for me? No, you don't. But you sure got a whole lot of words to say as far as what I need to do. I'm trying, my guy. I'm trying to do the best I can here. And then he was like, yeah, because you're so picky. And I'm like, you're damn right I'm picky. Because look at what happened the last time I wasn't picky. The X Factor, the previous experience, was a result because I wasn't picky. I lowered my standards. I had no standard. That's how low my standard was. I just said, hey, I find you attractive. That's it. She's not even that attractive. She's all right looking. Okay, whatever. I was willing to work with that. And I'm not saying that it's physical, but there still has to be some kind of physical attraction, right? Okay. And most people would not have gone with the girl that I was with, but at the time, us being together, it did elevate her social status, her wardrobe status, her culture. And I told that to my friend. I said, look, man, I gave this bitch culture. She had hardly any friends. So I said, hey, I elevated this bitch, okay? I gave this bitch culture, and she burned me. And he said, yeah, get over it. And I said, I am, but I'm explaining to you why I am picky, why I am reserved. Because I am no longer pouring in the effort to chicks who are not prepared. That's it. I did all the work and then some and still got burned. And here I am now trying to explain it on my show because for the 1,000th time, I feel like nobody's fucking listening. Nobody is fucking listening to what I'm saying. So I'll have to say it again because 7 years into this shit, somehow my friend still thinks I'm not over it. Okay, well, I'm over it. I don't know how else I could prove that I am over this. I have said time and time again, I am trying to get to the next relationship because maybe this will prove to people that I'm over it. Don't think that I'm not in a relationship is equal to me not wanting to be over it. I am not in a relationship because I am interacting and engaging with people who do not know what the fuck they want. So I will wait for someone who does know what the fuck they want. And like I've said before, you don't have to have this shit figured out. Nobody does. But there is a certain level of self-building that you should already have. Some sort of self-structure going on that when you come into a relationship, you are a partner, not a project. I am working on myself every single day. I'm learning things. I'm trying things. I'm doing the best that I can. But somehow, to my friends or certain friends, that this is not enough effort, that I'm not trying hard, and that I need to get laid.
Fuck off. Just fuck off.
It's so easy for a lot of my friends because they are straight. When you are straight, you have options. Hell, I'll even give you a better one. If you are a gay male, you have options as well. If you're a gay male, you have options as well. The only anomaly here is being a gay lady. My options are limited, okay? Knowing that my options are limited makes it very easy to become desperate in this community. And you engage in a relationship that you probably shouldn't be in. That's probably not healthy. And I am simply trying to avoid all that. He said, oh, well, relationships happen. People get burned. It is what it is. Get over it. Bruh, I am over it. Did you hear what I'm saying? No, you didn't. So that's why I'm saying it on here. And you're probably not going to hear it on here because you don't listen to my fucking show. Fine. But everybody else who does listen to my show is going to fucking hear it. And maybe they'll fucking believe me when I fucking say this shit, okay? I am trying. And because the fact that I have a standard now, And now all of a sudden, because there is some sort of need that I need to just throw away my standards and just sleep around. Okay, newsflash, fam. I've been there, done that. The second I got out of a relationship, I was lying to women, hooking up with them under the premise like, yeah, we'll be together. Nope, don't care, don't call you, see you later, bye-bye. It was exhausting. I felt terrible. I had no intention on having a relationship. I was just using them to hook up and then want to go, bye-bye, see you later. And that felt super shitty because I don't want to be a scumbag to a woman. Yes, we don't have to be in a relationship. Yes, I have learned to be honest with women. But then that means I am not just going to be sleeping with the first chick that's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, if I'm not attracted to her, I'm not attracted to her. The end. And if I have a certain type, then that is the certain type I am looking for. That is it. End of story. To sit there and bash me over the head with it, gay bash me, or I should say straight bash me, like, oh, you're not putting enough effort in. Oh, this is all your fault because you're picky. I'm like, it's my fault that I have a type? It's my fault that I don't want to be a scumbag? That I'm trying to be a decent human being? Okay. All right. You win. Let me go out in the street and grab the first woman I see and fuck her brains out. Who cares? There. You happy? 'Cause I'm not. That's fucking shitty. I can't participate in that behavior. I won't do it. It's just not healthy. If someone that I was interested in, if someone approached me, or is my type, then maybe we'll consider that option. Oh, you're just trying to look for a relationship. No, you just need to go out there and just start sleeping around. Like, oh yeah, because that's the solution to my problems. You're not a lesbian, bro. You're not a lesbian. You start sleeping around with chicks and they secrete this fucking oxytocin shit and they want to be attached. Okay? That's how this shit works. And you gotta be extra careful to not get caught up in the bullshit. I'm trying not to get caught up in the bullshit. And if that means I gotta be single for the rest of my fucking life, fine. I don't want to be caught up in the bullshit. I don't want to be in a situation where I got to figure out what game this chick is playing, if she's into me, not into me, or where you're going, who you're seeing, all that bullshit. I ain't down for all of that. It's pretty fucking simple for me. And I've said that to women who were interested in me. I'm going to keep it real easy. I'm pretty independent. If you want to be together, cool. I have my place, you have yours. It is what it is. It's not going to be this gay lady U-Haul shit after 2 dates. You're not moving in after 2 dates, all right? It's not going to work, fam. It's not going to fucking work. I can't do that shit. With somehow people thinking that this is my fault. Like, oh, you're too picky. That's why you're single. Like, oh, okay. So having a type is bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to fuck everything that moves. I'm sorry. Gets me riled up. It really starts to give me the gay rage. I mean it. I fucking mean it. I've just had it up to fucking here like I'm supposed to somehow, like this is my fault. This is my fault that you're single. Like, what? Bruh. My fault? Come on. I have a type, and apparently the type that I like doesn't like me. Okay, stalemate. That's it. I have a certain type of woman that I like, and that is it. I'm not going for a certain type of lady who's like, who looks like me and is trying to bone me. I'm not trying to bone me. All right. We're good on that. We're good on that. Okay. I am already me. I am already here. Okay. I just don't want to do that. So I'm trying to be with somebody who is more feminine than me. Okay. And currently in the gay lady world, it has been completely changed, as some of you are fully aware, like, because you listen to my fucking show and I talk about it way too goddamn much on here. But here I fucking go again for my friend who doesn't listen to my show. So maybe somebody who does listen to my show can tell my fucking friend that feminine gay ladies now get with other feminine gay ladies. And other mannish gay ladies get with other mannish gay ladies. And I am a traditional gay mannish lady. You will not catch me with another mannish lady. That is not gonna fucking happen, okay? It's fucking weird, okay? Wouldn't you rather just be straight then? Just date a fucking man at that point? What are we doing here, okay? So because of this change now, it has fucked a lot of people over, including myself. So all I'm trying to do is find a traditional gay lady who likes to be with other man ladies, who is not a managed lady herself. Okay? And apparently that is fucking hard. That is being picky. Okay? So I will continue to look for a feminine gay lady who likes mannish gay ladies, and then my friend can shut the fuck up about it, because I'm so done talking about it. I am sure you are done listening about it. Dating is already hard enough. Now go on ahead and switch the fucking roles up. Imagine you being a straight male having to date a mannish lady. You would freak the fuck out. Or you being a lady who's trying to date a straight male who is feminine. What? That's what's happening in the gay lady community right now. Okay? That is my predicament. That is my only problem. Okay? That is it. That is the God's honest truth. Don't think I'm out here not trying to be with somebody, because I am. But quite frankly, I'm really fucking exhausted talking about it. I'm trying to work on being a better me than I was yesterday, okay? Is that enough? Can that be enough? I'm exhausted. I'm tired of trying to prove something to people who tell me they perceive me in this way. I had to tell my friend, look, guess what? Your opinion is none of my business. Your opinion is none of my business, bro. This is my fucking life. It is my problem. I have explained why it is my problem. And your solution does not work because of your perspective. The end. No, you just need to get out there and start fucking people. Like, is
this a declaration of war? Is this some white cunt's joke that black cunts don't get? Because I'm not fucking laughing, Nicholas.
Honestly, I mean, just think about it for a fucking second. Your dear host, Ram Boper, is not trying to be single here, okay? I'm not trying to. But today's women in the gay world are making it extremely difficult. So they're just making it that much fucking harder. And like I have said, I have basically given up on dating apps. Unless I get an alert, I don't open them. And I'm sadly, desperately waiting for bars and clubs to open up so I can take my Patty McFatty down to the gay bar and get rejected in the whole nine, just waste my fucking time, shoot my shot with what little gay ladies are left that aren't taken, and hope for the best. This shit is so fucked. So I just don't even want to deal with it anymore. So the fact that somebody brings it up to me is like, oh, you're not trying. Oh, you're not trying. Okay, where's your picks at? Homie, where are your birds that you have for me? If you've got it all fucking figured out, then send them this way. Okay? And I'm not talking about the one with the fucking 3 eyeballs either, okay? Like, you gotta fucking do better. I'm not dating Swamp Thing, all right? All right, bro. I'm not sleeping with Swamp Thing. I'm not dating Swamp Thing. I'm not marrying Swamp Thing. You gotta do better. You gotta send me some quality birds here, or we're just, your argument is null and void. If you don't think I'm trying, then why don't you try? Okay? Let's see you find me a feminine gay lady that I like. Go on. Go on.
Enough. We're not doing this anymore. I'm not having this anymore. Enough. Get up.
Enough. Please like, share, and subscribe to Rambo Radio, RamboRadio.com. A short show today because, god damn it, I need to get some rest. The UFC is tomorrow. The UFC is tomorrow. And it feels like fucking Christmas. I need to get my rest. Like I said, I'm exhausted. I'm having to prove my worth at work. I'm having to prove my value with my friends. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to turn this off. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you didn't, well, jog off. That is it. That is my life. This is what happens. Shit happens. Some episodes are great. Most are shit. It is what it is. Before I go, I guess I should give y'all some sound clips. Maybe we can pull this trash fire show. We can do something with it. We can pull this plane up from the ditch that is approaching with some fucking sound clips and save it. Let's see. Here we go. All right. This would probably be, if I could birth a child or adopt a child like this, this would definitely probably be mine. Here we go. I wonder what's inside your butthole. I always want to know what's inside your butthole. That's right. Maybe I want to know what's inside your butthole. Let me know. Dana is a server at Sir Restaurant. Of course, she's on the show Vanderpump Rules, which is completely fascinating because I get a kick out of watching the show because not only are the people stupid, but it brings a lot of good memories because I used to hang around. That's on Robertson Street, Robertson and Santa Monica. And back in the day, before there were TV shows and cameras, like, that was the spot. Sir was the fucking spot. Sir was like, if you had a hot new girl that you wanted to take out on a date, you brought her to Sir. Sir was just like this just secret garden. It was dope. I hate to say this, but these are probably the only balls I'll like, are the goat balls are amazing there. I'm a back in the day servette, so it was like go and get some of these goat balls and then go dance the night away at the club across the street. So a lot of good memories. So when I watch the show and I see them walking around LA or wandering around the restaurant, I just start laughing. I just had so many fun times and good memories. But Dana is keeping the dream alive. She she talked about how she would distract. Dana, of course, is a part of the gay lady team. Well, excuse me, bisexual. So halfway in, halfway out. But Dana talked about how if she sees an attractive lady, that she calls them a fat pussy. So here we go with fucking Dana. I can't take Dana. Oh my God, I fucking love her. Marry me, Dana.
You're a fat pussy.
What?
PH fat. Like,
I got you survived about and then that one.
oh, I can't wait to explain to her what a fat pussy means. I'm like, girl, I got a fat pussy too. Like, it's fine. We're good. Saying that someone has a fat pussy, it has nothing to do with your vagina. It means you have a really nice body. Lisa is hot. I would love someone to describe me as having a fat pussy. Like, darling, how fat is that pussy?
Hola, mami. Mucho gusto.
Darling, you have a fat pussy. Jesus Christ. I mean, just where the hell did you get that from me, huh? Girl, you crazy. Yes, if I see an attractive lady, if she has a nice body, it's a fat pussy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Couple of crazy ass moms for you. Here we go.
Calm down.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
He apologized.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch ass hoe
Sorry.
that told me
I'm
to calm down. What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an example.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
Like, what? Oh my God.
Deep in the jungle of Tenochtitlan, there lived an Aztec warrior, his name was Juan. Smashed all the hyenas in his Aztec town, and so he moved to LA and changed his name to Clown. Got in El Camino with tuck and roll seats, and some giant Ben Davis with tight-ass cleats. Shaved his head, got a new Dodger hat, and a crispy-haired hyena whose ass was fat. He started growing weed that he'd give to the poor. He'd leave menudo and modelos on your tia's front door, just like a Mr. Bunny or Jolly St. Nick or pinche Robin Hood with an uncut dick. Legend has that he was born today, Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May. Celebrate, it's what you should do. Pay respects to the first down ass fool.
Ooh, Cinco de Mayo. Holy shit. We went off at work. We got like 200 tacos. It was pretty crazy. It's between some of my favorite drag queens, Bianca Del Rio, it's Shangela and Willem, and Doug the Plant Queerdo. And they're doing like a Zoom call together, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. So here we go.
Hey, I'm getting on a video call, so keep it down, please. I don't know if that's an electric toothbrush or a vibrator, but whatever it is, it can be good for your body.
This better be important. I'm right in the middle of nothing.
Oh, girl, it's cool. We already knew that social distancing was your sex life before it was even cool.
What do you want? I've got class.
Hi! Oh, well, wait a minute. You don't look dressed for no class.
Even though everybody in this Texas county thinks that quarantine is a new name of tequila, we are teaching online.
How's that going?
Well, it's tricky because I want to call the bad students an abortion that didn't take, but they actually record the classes and then they have evidence, so probably not the best.
Sounds horrible. You know what else is horrible? Being stuck in 600 feet of hell with Bailey.
Ooh, just put him in a sack, tie off one end, throw it over a bridge like a bag of unwanted kittens.
You don't think I want to? That bitch is crazy. You know, she canceled my Hulu account because she found out the Cake Boss was not about Dom tops.
The same girl, Rex is upstairs doing booty bumps with hand sanitizer and sniffing Clorox bleach and calling it hillbilly poppers. Poison control is on speed dial as we speak.
I heard you talking about me, and I'm here to defend my character.
How? You haven't got any.
What in the slut? How did you get on this call?
You use the same password for everything, and by the way, your PayPal is out of money.
Well, you know what? By the sound of it, your little vibrator is also almost out of battery life.
Joke's on you. That's my toothbrush. Gotta keep clean. Never know when company's coming.
There is no hooking up. The term super spreader was invented for people like you, baby.
Yeah, for my legs. And don't worry, I'm only hooking up with guys who are more than 6 feet away from me. On Grindr.
Hey, girls.
I thought I told you to wait in the car with the windows up.
Oh, my God. Rex, are you hurt? How is your head?
5 stars on Yelp.
He is fine. He fell from a second-story window trying to escape.
I want to go outside. It's bright and sunny outside.
I wish it were bright inside.
Are we not going to talk about Richard's head?
I mean, based on the conversations with his exes, nobody else is.
I am not having a Britney Spears 2006 moment, okay? I was just bored, and I cut it off. Just like Rex and Bailey's allowance.
I don't want a handout. I want a hand job.
Can't make money. The local park is closed.
You know what, Richard? Honey, it don't matter. We're going to need more than 20 seconds to wash our hands of these two, okay?
I have to stay here. My doctor says I'm immune.
How many times do I have to tell you that just because a guy fingers you with a plastic glove does not make him a doctor?
I need sex. I'm masturbating so much that my hole looks like the Grand Canyon now.
Now?
Yes, now?
This self-isolation is stupid.
Bitch, you're stupid, okay? You think that albinos are from Albania.
No, I don't, because I don't know what either of those words mean.
Listen, I'm from New York City, and I have to deliver what New York City expects.
Doesn't New York City have enough problems without having a chlamydia outbreak as well?
Look, we're all doing what you said, okay, boo? We're washing these hands, and we are staying at home, and we are only going out for essentials.
And if you do go out, stay as far away from people as possible and wash your hands and do not touch your face.
You know, it's a real shame when you have to get your pandemic advice from a drag queen.
I am a science teacher.
Nobody remembers that.
I live here, and even I don't remember that.
Okay, listen, I need to go, but maybe later we can do one of those Netflix watch parties. There's this movie that is set in Russia that I'm dying to see.
Pass.
Well, I'm in. And with everybody sheltered in place, honey, you ain't got to worry about Deborah trying to come and find your ass.
Oh, she is still at it. That bitch is so stupid. The other night, she TP'd my house, and now I've got rolls for days.
Oh, baby, I've seen you with your corset off. You've always had rolls for days.
Hanging up now!
Oh, damn it. That's fucking great. Oh, hopefully that saved this disastrous podcast from the abyss. But I doubt it. Please like, share, and subscribe to Rambo Per Radio, RamboPerRadio.com. Tell a friend, but only if they're cool. No negative Nancy's, no sensitive Sallys. Truth sayers and lie slayers. This is Rambo Per Radio. And I'm out.